Hello, everyone. I'm finally back. I'm a little late, a bit better late than never, but at least it hasn't been 2 weeks. So, yeah, it's been a long day. I had to work. I had planned to do this video early in the morning, and it's nighttime. So, you know what they say about plans. Um, my name is Rosalind. Welcome back to my channel. If you've not been here before, welcome. If you have been here, thank you for returning. I appreciate all of the messages that I have received from people. I'm really happy that I have come back to do videos, and in turn, I am happy to do videos because it kind of gives me life now, and I am realizing how much I need to be balancing out my life. So yeah, I'm back. Quick thing, if you feel the urge, please subscribe because, it's up to you if you want to subscribe. I think it'd be a good thing for you. You never quite know what I'm going to cover because, I'm like a little all over the place. I am ADHD, so you're going to get a little bit of everything, but it's going to be good. I guarantee you, and it's going to get better. I'm telling you, it's going to get better. So, I usually don't have goals for this channel, like not any hard goals, because I just want the channel to be informational and fun and be that one thing that I don't make money off of. But if I can get to 1,000 people, 1,000 subscribers, then I could actually become monetized. I feel I have mixed feelings about being monetized. Let's put it that way. I don't like being shoved into a corner and told what I can and can't cover, and that probably will still be the case if I don't make any money off of a video. So be it. But I'm usually not that controversial. But I mean, in YouTube world, you just don't know what they're gonna ding you for. So my thing is, I do what I do, and at the end of the day, I think it would be the good thing, I should say, about being monetized for me is whatever pennies YouTube throws my way, I can use it towards buying products, and I don't have to take it out of my own pocket. So that's about it. So hope you enjoyed today's video. We're actually talking today about surviving mentally and physically the pandemic. I know it's been hard for everybody. It's been hard for me. Good Lord, I lost so many people in 2020. It's not funny. I got COVID in 2021. No, 2020 was it? It's like the years just blend in together. But I didn't have symptoms, but COVID was very mental for me because of the fact that it felt like you had something, or I should say, it felt like I had something taboo, kind of like if you're old enough to remember how it was when AIDS came out and it was the stigma to it. I almost felt like that was the same stigma with COVID. If you got COVID back in like 2020, 2021, and I was determined to never allow that feeling to kind of stick with me. And so I made it my business to tell everyone I had COVID and explain to people about COVID. Sometimes you just kind of got to put yourself out there and be the guinea pig for change. And so my thing was, I'm not hiding it. I was telling everyone I had it, and in turn decided to use it as a learning tool for people. And I did end up doing a video back in, what one is that? November of 2020, I think. I'm telling you, the time just flies. And it's hard to keep track of time, The only time I remember is like February 2020 and now. Everything in between is a blur. I'm just like, what? What's going on? I don't know what day it is sometimes. I mean, let me know in the comments if you're going through the same thing, because it's like, I'm telling you, I just remember February 2020, leaving the job originally for just a week and not going back for months. And everything in between was a blur, and craziness and chaos and trying to find toilet tissue. It was just crazy. But here we are. For those of you who have made it, I'm glad you're still here and still well. And I hope that it has not been too hard on you all, it was hard, but I'm like, I made it to 2022. And actually, I feel like this year feels like a good year. Even though with Omicron, it's, we're going to be dealing with this for a minute. So my thing is, if we're going to be dealing with this for a minute, I decided, let me come up with some things that I feel that we should be doing to survive the ongoing pandemic, which may turn into an endemic, at some point, meaning that we'll just have to deal with it like the cold or a flu. And just, let's just think of some stuff we can do to mentally and physically do better and survive this thing. Number one is move around. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes it is very hard when you're stuck in the house to move around. But I've learned, I've gotten better. I exercise in the house. I don't always feel like going outside. And sometimes I just don't have time. I'm working during the day. I know some of y'all, I see all the jokes on TikTok and people sleeping and dragging their wig off their head during the day when they're working. I don't know where to get the time. When I clock on, until I clock off, I'm pretty much working, and sometimes I forget to take lunch. So that's not good. But I'm gonna do better. This is the beginning of a new job for me. So yeah. So it's like I'm learning to not put myself on the back burner. So I say, to survive mentally and physically this pandemic, you have got to move around. You have got to exercise. There's like exercise videos on YouTube that I follow. I have my elliptical. Why can't I speak today? You know what I mean? I own weights, I own resistance bands, I have kettlebells. So it's like I'm always trying to do something to move around, because it's just not good to sit in a chair all day. Even if you're at work, it's not good to sit in a chair all day. But being home, it could be very easy to fall into that. So I'm just saying, it's the only thing that has kept me sane is taking time to do some exercise and move around. Number two, try to control your eating. I should say, try to control eating Uber Eats, ordering Uber Eats or Grubhub or all these other places that you can order food. It's so easy, I know. I'm home. I just started ordering on Uber Eats, probably actually during the pandemic, but I wasn't doing it a lot. But lately, I find myself like on a Friday, I'm just like, I don't feel like cooking anything. It's Friday. I want Popeyes, something bad, And I was just like, no, Roz, you need to keep eating right, because it's going to affect you more being at your home. And sometimes you may not be moving around as much as you should. So my thing is, for the most part, I'm ordering food in, but I'm not ordering Uber Eats. I'm ordering Amazon Fresh, and I'm ordering Whole Foods. And that's it. For the most part, I'm ordering food. I'm ordering groceries, I should say, and I'm making my own food. I definitely make my own breakfast, and I usually have a protein shake in the middle of the day, which I missed out on today because I was busy. And I usually will have something for dinner, or vice versa. Sometimes I'll have the shake in the evenings and have, meal like lunchtime or something. But for the most part, during this pandemic, it's very important to stay healthy as possible and make sure that you care about yourself enough to not eat too much crap out. Save it for like the weekend. Because, see, that's the time when I like to eat crap, is on the weekend, you know. And then, I jump back on the bandwagon Mondays, and I find out that I don't gain weight like that because I'm eating right the rest of the time. So, and even some weekends I don't do that. I still intermittent fast. I don't know why some words just kill me. I still fast, and that helps definitely with eating some things that aren't right for me, and it helps me to continue on my journey to actually keep the weight off and lose the COVID weight. Number three, connect with people. I cannot tell you how important it is to connect with people. Now, I know some of y'all are introverts and you actually happy as I don't know what, not talking to nobody for weeks. But, in a way, I kind of was like that when I was younger. But as I've gotten older, I've become more of an ambivert. I think I've spoken about that in other videos. I kind of like people around sometimes, so it's like I feel that it's very important to connect with people. So I'm going to tell you what saved my life during COVID. Marco Polo. If you have not used Marco Polo, you need to get online, download that app, and put it on your phone, and tell your friends to get on there so y'all can talk with each other. Because I know how I am. I know that I'm that person who don't want to bother people. I don't keep up with people as much as I should because I'm always thinking I'm bothering people. So if I owe you a call, go ahead and contact me. It's okay. because, I'm the one that will think too much about these things. So, anyway, but Marco Polo is really great. My friend introduced me to it back in, I think, July of 2019 before COVID. But I tell you, it has really come in handy during this time, during the pandemic. I'm telling you, I have been on it like crazy. So the way it works is you get on it, you leave a video message for whoever you're contacting, and whenever they get a chance, they do another video back to you, answering you, talking to you. And I just think it's like the best thing. At first, I was just like, what is this? But now I'm just like, I can't imagine not having it. It's just really good. I'm like, FaceTime is great, but then you don't know when you're being intrusive. With Marco Polo, you're never intrusive. So please check it out. I'm not sponsored. I always feel like I have to say this because there's always somebody, saying, she's getting paid by Marco Polo. No, I'm not. No, I'm not getting paid by anybody. It's just me and my one job. And that's it. I'm not getting paid by anyone. And I always make that extremely clear. So, but, if you're interested in connecting with people, I say definitely Marco Polo. Now, I thought of something recently that I didn't even write in my notes that I thought that I would take part in instead of always being home and working from home. I was watching a coworker on a call and she was working from a coffee house. And I was just like, why am I not doing this? Why am I allowing myself to be a prisoner in my room working at my computer? So I started trying to teach myself to get used to using my laptop by itself without the big monitor, as my backup. Like being able to use it and look at my work and be able to do everything strictly off of my Mac. And I figured once I was able to do that, then I could use a place kind of like a WeWorks. And you don't only have to use WeWorks. I know they can be kind of expensive, but there's like, well, I'm speaking from being in New York. Being a New Yorker, there are plenty of places across the boroughs where you can work and you don't have to be home. And I didn't realize how much of a hermit I've been lately until I just realized that as of today, I have not been out of the house in 2 weeks. Not good. Not, that is so not good for me. So I looked it up before, because I thought about doing it. And I was just like, I need to look at this again. I need to revisit. And it's really not that expensive. It's really not that expensive. I mean, the coffee houses are free for the most part. But if you decide you want to go to a place like WeWorks, it's not a lot. It's really not. For your mental health sake, it's not a lot to go to a place like that. There's another place that we used back when I was working in the city called Regus, Regus, and they actually seemed a little cheaper than WeWork. And I used them at the time for we needed like a little small board meeting, but they have meeting space. They have open meeting space. You can rent like a private room if you want. You're going to pay more for it. But, my thing is do what you can afford and whatever it takes to get out of the house to work someplace else, even once a week. That's great because that's what I plan to do. It's really cold and I mean, we're about to get a snowstorm, so I will not be leaving the house yet, but I will be using that. Number 4, final one is learn something new. Let me tell you, there's nothing like being stuck in the house to trigger what else should I be doing with my life? And clearly, a lot of people have been thinking about this because everyone has been talking about the great resignation. So, my thing is take advantage of this time that you have home and you don't have to commute, and use the time you would commute to learn something new. Like I've said in my last videos, I have done, actually, I'm working on my project management certification, my Google project management certification right now through Coursera, but there's still LinkedIn. And I don't think I've even mentioned how much you can learn at the library. The library will offer you some courses that will take you to the next level. I have taken Python at the library. I have taken advanced Excel. I have taken advanced PowerPoint, as refreshers. I'm telling you, the courses are out there and they are free if you are willing to take the time to look for them and you really want to do it. And I always say, if you really want to do something, you'll get off your tail and you will do it. So I'm just saying, free, there's no excuse when you got free. No excuse. I don't want to hear it. I I do not want to hear it at all. So, I hope this list of ideas helps you to make it through this ongoing pandemic. I mean, please try and make time for yourself. Please, please, please. I always say, if you don't love you, who else is going to love you? And take care of yourself during this because it's not over yet. I don't know if it's going to get easier, harder, but I just want everybody to be able to get through this without just feeling like they're surviving, but also take time to flourish during this time, to find the positives in this pandemic and flourish. So I will say it and I say it again. Have a great week. See you next time. Please subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.